earthquakes occur in the Cascade Range each year. On March 20th, 1980, Mount St. Helens had an earthquake with the magnitude of 4.1. A few days following March 20th, there were an increasing number of quakes at Mount St. Helens. Some of them even caused small avalanches. This got the attention of scientists, and they began to monitor the quakes and Earth's movement on the mountain. March 27th, people within the range of the mountain heard a loud boom. Following the boom, a plume of steam and ash rose 7,000 feet above the summit. Overhead, you could see an opening roughly 250 feet. In the next few days, there were eruptions throwing ice and rocks, some as big as 3 feet across. Scientists feared a large avalanche and flooding could occur soon. There was a second crater that merged with the first. A blue flame was sometimes noticed in the crater, thought to be caused by burning gases. The steam and ash on the volcano had ceased by April 22nd, but the earthquakes continued. An area on the north side of the volcano became known as the bulge. There was a lot of movement and cracking. Scientists noted a harmonic tremor, which is a clue molten rock is on the move. At this point, avalanches were almost occurring daily. People living in the restricted zones were asked to leave. Most did, but Harry Truman, an 84-year-old man who owned a lodge by Spirit Lake, refused to leave the mountain. More than 1,500 earthquakes with the magnitudes larger than 3 occurred since March 20th. There was thought to be a decrease in events, but on May 8th, there was 13,000-foot eruption of ash and steam. On May 12th, a 5.0 magnitude earthquake occurred. On May 17th, the residents of the restricted zones were allowed to pick up their possessions. The morning of the major blast was clear at 7 a.m. U.S. Geological Survey scientist David Johnson and colleagues have been taking turns observing the mountain from 0.6 miles north of the volcano. Just as David had predicted, at 8:32, an earthquake caused a massive avalanche. Clouds of smoke and steam and ash made the sky dark for miles. The rock inside the mountain held superheated water, which flashed to steam. It shattered the rock inside the mountain, which exploded out of the opening, up to 200 miles per hour. The blast destroyed forests, 230 square miles, more than 10 million trees. The wind carried rocks. Some were as big as cars. It leveled 150 miles of countryside. One part of the avalanche poured into Spirit Lake, a 180-feet layer of rock and dirt. The main portion of the avalanche headed for the North Fork, the Tuttle River. It averaged 150 feet thick and covered 24 miles. Minutes later, the mountain began to erupt upwards. Ash and rock rose miles into the sky. The wind blew eastward. Burning ash and rock from the mountain started fires. The eruption continued for 9 hours. Flows of pumice and ash coming from the mountain were at speeds of 100 miles per hour and 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, mud flows made of melted snow and avalanche material caused major damage to the bridges, houses, and the landscape. The eruption claimed 57 lives. 1/4 cubic miles of ash traveled at least 950 miles eastward. Countless wild animals were killed. Miles of road and bridges and houses were destroyed, and many people's lives were changed forever.